Hey guys, welcome to Learning D3. In this mini-series, I'll be covering the D3 JavaScript library, or data-driven documents. And this is another JavaScript library, but it's unique because it focuses on visualization. Alright, so it's used to take pieces of data and turn them into charts or graphs or maps or pretty much anything that is visual. So it is a DOM manipulation library, so we can use it like we use jQuery. If you know jQuery, then you already have a pretty good head start on how this works, on selecting DOM elements and all of that. All right, so I'm going to assume that you don't even know what D3 is. All right, so this is for the beginners that are just trying to learn how the library works. Alright, so in this video we're going to focus on just basic selections, how to grab data from the DOM and do something to it. Alright, just like you would with jQuery. So I'm going to start off, I'm just going to have one index.html file, probably through the whole series, through the whole course. So what I'm going to do is just set up some basic structure, and let's just call this Learning D3. Alright, now to actually use it, there's no complicated installation, there's no CLI or anything like that. All you have to do is include the script tag, alright, and you have access to the entire library. So we're going to copy that, throw that in, and I'm just going to add HTTP. Alright, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create just an unordered list. So I'll give this a class of items, and we'll have some list items. This will be item, you know what, we'll just say this is an item. Okay, and I'm just going to copy this, and we're going to just have a bunch of these. Okay, so simple unordered list. Now, if we look at the documentation, or actually this is the home page, and we go down to where it says selections, it's going to show you how you could, in standard JavaScript, how you could color all your paragraphs. Alright, so every paragraph on the page you want to make white. So in standard JavaScript, we would have to use this getElementsByTagName method, select all the paragraphs, then we'd have to loop through them. We'd have to call a for loop, and on each iteration we're going to grab that paragraph, and then we're going to add the style, and we're going to set the color to white. Alright, using D3 you can do the same thing with this one line of code. So we're saying D3.selectAll, and then we're choosing the element that we want to select. And if you know jQuery, then you should fully understand what this is doing. We're calling the style function or method, and we're just turning all of the paragraphs white. Alright, so let's do that here, except I'm using list items. Okay, so we're going to have our script tags at the bottom, and let's do D3.selectAll, and we want to select all the list items, and then we'll say .style, and let's say we want the color to be red. Alright, so we'll save that, and let's open that up. Okay, so there's our list, and you can see that every list item is now red, okay, with just this one line of code. Now, if we want to just select one, then we can use just D3.select. Okay, so if I save that and we reload, now we only get the first li that it finds is going to be red. So what if you want to target one of these other ones, not just the first one? Well, if you know CSS3 and you know about the different selectors that you can use, then you probably know nth child, so we can use that here. And then let's say we want the second one, we'll just throw in 2n. Alright, so if we save that and reload, now you can see that the second one is now red. Alright, and we can choose whichever one we want. We'll say 4n, and that's going to do the fourth. So not only can you do that, but you can also choose the odd LIs. Okay, so if we reload, now since we're using select, it's only going to get the first odd. If we want all of them, then we're going to have to say select all. Alright, so if we reload that, it's going to go ahead and select all odds. And of course we can do the same thing with even. If we reload that, it's going to get all the evens. Alright, so you can see how simple this is to select elements. Now, changing the style isn't the only thing we can do. Let's say we want to change the content. So we could actually just add on to this, just like as if we were using jQuery, we can use this dot syntax. And let's change the actual HTML. We'll change the content, and we'll just say this is an even number. Alright, because we're getting all the evens. If we reload, it's going to change that text for us. Alright, let's say we want to add a class. We can use the class method, and let's give it a class called big, and then we got to just add in true. And then up here, I'll create some style tags, and we'll create a class called big, and we'll set the font size to 24 pixels. Alright, so if we reload, now you can see that the even numbers now have 24 pixel font size. Alright, so this is how we can do just very basic selections. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how we can actually bind data to the DOM and do different things with it. Alright, so I will see you in the next